Hello, viewers. Today, or rather tonight, I would like to promote a good friend, so to speak. Well, I mean, we do not know each other that much, but basically, this channel helped me, or rather inspired me to get involved creating my own YouTube videos. This is a call for anti-Illuminati. Now, I've known this channel for a long time. I've watched the videos that he produces, and they are quite good, in my opinion. I mean, he reveals a good deal of symbolism in media. He talks about, agendas and so forth in the media. And if you are interested in that sort of thing, like I am, if you want to know why there are so many eyeballs in some of the media that you watch, this channel is excellent. He shows you quite a lot of interesting things from, a Christian perspective, I guess you would say. And frankly, that is exactly sort of what I like. But the difference between him and other channels that you may see, like Josh Sparrow or some other people, is that he looks at everything. And I mean, he has such a wide video catalog. There's no doubt that this man probably has some of the biggest playlists you can find here on YouTube. This is what? 532 videos, massive video catalog. I mean, you can see all of the symbolism in music, video games, all types of things. Now, it's just huge. And to be entirely honest, you will not find a channel like this, because what I've noticed is that a lot of channels that used to do what he does, they've gotten banned, or people just stopped making videos after YouTube had basically shadow banned a lot of channels like this, because there were other people who used to do the same thing, not on this scale in regard to media, in regard to video games and stuff. He looks at all types of video games. Honestly, video games that even I had played, that basically I thought, well, not many people even really look for symbolism in things like Final Fantasy and the like. He's looked through such a wide host of games and movies and music, all types of things. Someone came into my comment section and mentioned, him, that basically he's getting kind of frustrated with the lack of support, which is very, now, considering how YouTube is with their shadow banning, it makes it very hard for people to find you and to basically, subscribe to you or even know that you are there. Videos that like this, I remember, years ago, people used to go crazy for, particular videos about symbolism. I mean, it was a really big thing. People wanted to know all about all of this stuff. I mean, I remember there was a time when there were people who were really interested in BTS and a lot of the Korean type genres of music, in which they were literally blatantly showing people some very interesting eye symbolism, hand symbolism, and many other things. But frankly, this man has done such a wide range of things that if you are looking for videos like this, and I know that I have such a wide range of subscribers, mainly because I don't do videos about one thing, but if you are looking for a channel that does videos just about symbolism, music, video games, TV shows, movies, all of that stuff, a call for anti-Illuminati. And I know that the platform does algorithm stuff when you say that particular word and the like, but this channel is a channel that you would like if you are involved, sort of interested in that sort of thing. If you are like me and you believe that conspiracies exist, then yes, I mean, something like that is significant. I mean, he shows you all of the devil horn hand symbolism, the mano cornato, whatever it is called. Excuse me, and many, many other things. Honestly, this channel, it is a travesty that he does not receive a good deal of views, but that is sort of the reality on the platform now. It used to be, I remember there was a time when, you know, people sort of exposing things was a big thing. And I just did a video about another particular woman who was, or rather a woman who was saying that, well, channels that just criticize and expose celebrities and things like that, they're not really that useful. They're not providing fruit. And I have to say, I entirely disagree. Some of us are good at exposing things. And this man is very good at exposing things. And in my opinion, there are few people who do it as well as this man does. And channels like this are needed. Not everything can be sort of, how should it be said, sort of, you know, happy and light. Sometimes you need someone to tell you, yes, the movies, video games, and other things that you watch, they have things in them that you should pay attention to. And because he is so aware, he is able to do videos on a massive scale, just putting one out. You know, the way he makes videos is very, he makes so many in such a, you know, in such a way in which he covers so many different aspects and subjects that it really is comprehensive. And you could just look at videos on this channel for anything. I mean, whether you're talking about music, you know, Logan Paul, even a lot of the stuff that happened that, even in the past, if you just want to look, you know, even if you look through the old videos, you find stuff that is relevant to today. I mean, all of the eye symbolism. I remember when people were talking about it, you hardly even hear people talking about eye symbolism and hand signs these days. All of those YouTube channels, a lot of them, not all of them, there are still some left. But a lot of people, like Jeremiah Cohen, a lot of people, they no longer do it. And their channels are, a lot of those channels have been completely banned. Now, I have to say, this fellow that I know, you know, because I corresponded with him through email, all right? And I have a very unfortunate email. I don't know what I was thinking when I picked my email name as being grass connoisseur. I'm not a connoisseur of grass. I do not smoke grass, but for some reason, I just thought it was funny. I mean, I have a yard outside that we cut the grass. I am around a lot of grass. I'm not joking. I'm not a weed smoker, all right? But anyway, the email that I have is grass connoisseur. I wish if I used a different one. That is sort of embarrassing. I sort of have a different email for the channel now, but that was the case then. But anyhow, the way this individual has been about it has been very smart. And he talked about the whole sort of Jesus mockery thing, where you have this man with some long brown hair going around saying he's Jesus. A man with a beard and some long, you know, hair going around saying he's Jesus, and sort of basically mocking the idea of Jesus. You know, mocking him. I mean, he looks entirely different than what Jesus looks like, but I mean, in terms of what the scriptures say, but you know, that's a whole different matter. But we see in the pictures he's some feminine looking man. He's some man that looks like a woman, or, you know, and I'm not saying that people with long hair look like a woman necessarily. I mean, but it's just that the picture we see looks like this, and there are some men who have their long hair and their beard, and they think, I look like Jesus now, so I'm going to dress up in a little robe with some red on it and say I'm Jesus. He covered that too. He covered the crazy TikTok stuff. He covers all this crazy stuff. Okay? His video catalog is huge. If I had more time, I'd be watching a good deal more of his videos. But right now, I haven't even really been in his video comment forums to sort of post comments, because basically I've been working and stuff, but I'm going to do this for him. I am nowadays, because YouTube is always deleting comments and making your comments spam, I just think I will make a video and basically just promote his channel and just say that yes, if you are looking for this type of content, if you want to see things and maybe gain a better understanding of things that peradventure you have not really thought about before, and you think, well, the music seems kind of weird, the music videos seem a bit weird, why are they sort of involving magic and other things in our music videos? Why does it seem as though there's some weird symbolism that I could never potentially understand unless I read a whole book about symbolism? Which I will also say, this is why his videos are so good, because unlike my videos, he gets straight to the point. He shows you the eyes. He shows you the symbolism. And that is one thing that I could do better, to be honest. But frankly, most of the symbolism I have sort of been trying to show has been about, Elden Ring and Dark Souls and that type of thing, which I have not even gotten on to Dark Souls. The problem with me is that I take too long. With A Call for Anti-Illuminati, he just shows you, and he lets you see it, and you can think of it what you will. If you see the eye in a video game or something else, and it's showing right in front of your face, or if you see something like this cartoon, it really shows you how the culture is changing. And I have to say that, frankly, he has done his channel in a very smart way, because he realized that a lot of channels like his were going down. So what he did, he decided to basically create a Bitchute channel. This channel is quite excellent. Okay, I usually do not even get into Bitchute comment sections and stuff, and I know a lot of people have problems with Bitchute, because when you go to comments in Bitchute, and I have a Bitchute too, but it's just that even people in the comments, they mess with you. They mess with, you can post something very simple and they still mess with you. Okay? Bitchute, however, is pretty good if you have videos that you want to post that are about things that YouTube will not allow. YouTube is very weird. You have to do things in a very convoluted way to make sure your channel does not go down. And the problem that YouTube has is that not only do they shadow ban, what they do is that they basically try to mess with the channels that sort of post content like this. You may be demonetized, or even your channel will just get deleted. Now, not everyone agrees with this type of content. Some people think, well, there's no symbolism in media. I disagree. I think there is symbolism in media. I think it means something. And you can't really have a discussion about what it means until you see it, and someone has to show it to you. Now, whether we know what all of these symbols and different things mean or not, to be entirely honest, for us to take the time to look at all of the symbols that we see and sort of decipher them, that would take so very long that I do not think we would be able to do it effectively over the course of just, even a month or a few years. Perhaps. But first, what you have to do to have that sort of discussion about what it means, you have to see it. And so a channel like this is perfect, because it does something extremely pertinent to the conversation of, wait, what does this mean? What is the symbolism? It shows you the symbolism. He has shown us the symbolism. All right? And that is why I like this channel so much, because he goes on to such a wide range of different subjects, from music to video games to all types of things. And, he talks about the crazy Twitch streamers and everything else. He also talks about what is called the woke culture. I do not use the word woke personally because that is a word that has, that word has a history in the black community, but at the same time, I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying when he's talking about woke. He's talking about the very liberal, libertine, sexual culture that is popular now. So for him, when he says it, I usually do not support channels that say woke because of me as a foundational black American, our history with that word woke being used in the civil rights movement. However, we have to admit that lesbians, gays, and bisexuals and many other individuals did take our word and use it as they saw fit, and therefore we cannot really say that it was first, that the people who use it in a negative context are really, are they really in the wrong when liberals took the word from the black community and started to sort of frame us black individuals as a bunch of perverts who were with them, and they call us all people of color. I'm not a person of color, I'm black. Okay, not literally, but that is sort of my place in this country. I understand that. I'm not ashamed of it. And so, he basically shows you a lot of the culture, how it's changing, which other channels do too, but he goes into things like some of this anime and video game culture, music culture, and many other things of that sort. And I just have to say, his channel is really excellent because he shows such a wide range of content. It is a classical commentary channel, and that is the novel aspect of it. Really good commentary channel. Honestly, I have to say this is probably one of my favorite commentary channels. The man has a very relaxing voice to listen to. I really like that, to be honest. And he even has a whole deep web series. And frankly, these days it is hard to get views, it is hard to get support, it is hard to get subscribers. But at this point, a lot of us, we're just doing it for the passion of it. And I think that for him, he's doing it for the passion of it, to express himself because he believes in it, and sort of showing people this. And he's already said that he's not trying to make people or sort of get people to believe what he's showing anymore, because a lot of people, that's sad to say, are stupid. You can show it to them, they won't believe it. What he does, he shows it to you. He says, hey, you see the symbolism. What do you think it is? Do you think it's really good for you? Do you think this culture is really in the movies, the TV culture and everything else? Do you think it's really something beneficial? Do you think it's really something that is going to sort of improve your life, improve you as an individual? Do you think that's really going to help you on a sort of, do you think it is good to be a fan, a fanatic? And that is why I like him, because he is not a fan, he is not a fanatic. He can sort of experience media without sort of associating himself to it. He's not a fanboy. To use the common parlance, this man is not a fanboy, but he will show you what he has seen in the media, and he will say, look at what I've seen. What do you think about it? He has said that he is not trying to convince people, but what he does is he shows people, and they can make up their own minds. And I really like that. And I think because of that, the way he makes videos, he has been able to survive on the YouTube platform. And, there are not many people who can say that. There are a lot of people who used to make videos about symbolism, exposure of the culture of the media and the like. However, they are no longer here. And I have to say that, a call for anti-Illuminati, his channel used to have some different names before, he settled on this one. But I just have to say, of channels of this sort, this is probably of the highest caliber because it's real, it's genuine, it's sincere commentary. And I like that. I don't like this sort of commentary personally. From my own perspective, YouTube used to be a platform where you could express your opinions. And that's, it's not as though the videos are sort of videos in which you as an individual, when it first started, it was not as though these were videos that we just sort of had, and it was almost as though we were just making professional content. No, when the platform first started, we made content that was sort of, amateur, so to speak. This wasn't sort of a 5-star production, but what you got out of it was better than the 5-star production. You just had real people telling you real things. And that is exactly, or just their opinions. Just their opinions, what they saw, what they are, have basically noticed or understand things to be, that was excellent. And it still is if you know where to look. And this channel, for me, was an inspiration. I said, this is just an average guy who is basically sharing his opinion. I want to do the same thing. And so I got involved in making YouTube videos, which I never thought I would get involved in making YouTube videos. It was not that I was shy, although I used to be when I was maybe, for a long time, I used to be very shy. But, when I saw this man making, sort of exposing and sort of, because a lot of channels like this, they were not on the YouTube anymore. But this man has continued, regardless of how much the platform has changed. He has continued, and I respect the perseverance. I respect what he has made on his channel, because these videos, if you want to show a person the symbolism, his videos are the best place to start. All of the triangle symbolism, all of the eye symbolism, all of the hand signs that so many celebrities and other people use continuously, and you wonder, what meaning does it have? Why do they keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again? And so, for me, personally, I'm sorry that keeps happening. This, for some reason, if I'm using the laptop mouse, it seems to cancel out. It seems to cancel out a lot of just my clicks. I do not know if that is hard to explain, but he even covered the crazy TikToker who was punching people. The culture has gone crazy. The TikTok and social media culture has gone crazy. And he really shows a lot of that to us. So his opinion and his voice is one that I personally value. Oh, and he even caught this one. I remember that. I saw this video. I said, look at that. Look at those. I mean, what is this supposed to be, a prayer sign now here in Final Fantasy? But Final Fantasy has just went crazy from what it used to be. I remember when I used to play Final Fantasy, it used to be a really fun experience. But now, I mean, not at all. Not much at all. Not to me. But I sort of noticed Final Fantasy VII, was a simple game, but these games have become, they're not like they used to be. The symbolism in the games, you can just tell they have more in them. And of course the old games had symbolism in them too, but they were not as addictive back then, and the symbolism that you could have in a game, it was not as significant as it used to be. It was not as incredible. The whole implication of you creating a game back then, they were low value productions. They were not as big as they are now. That is why this channel is so important, especially in regard to video games, because games now, from what they used to be in the 90s, are huge. They are basically movie productions, if not more than that. So, honestly, if you are a subscriber here, I recommend that you go over to this man's Bitchute and his YouTube. I will have links in my description to show you where to go, because this person is, he is an inspiration of mine. He is quite excellent in regard to the content that he makes. He has 1,000 videos, if not over 1,000 videos. And you have his Bitchute videos too. So, personally, he has a great channel, a really great channel. All right. So if you subscribe to me, I recommend you go and subscribe to him. You may like it if you are interested in this sort of thing, if you are interested in things that may be, hidden in media. If you are interested in basically symbols and other things hidden in media, please go over and look at his channel. Really excellent. Quite a groundbreaking channel. You cannot find many channels like this still on YouTube. He was smart about how he sort of put his videos, since there are certain things that you cannot talk about on YouTube so easily, he uses his Bitchute in tandem with his YouTube channel. And I hate to say it, we all have to do that. If we are talking about things like this now, they will take our channel down, and they will not even tell us why they take our channel down. They will just do it, or they will just keep giving us strikes until we have to take our content down. So, unfortunately these days you just have to do what you can. And you see his Bitchute is a great place to go to. Bitchute is a bit different, but you don't have to go in the comment forums. You can still watch the videos. And it's just that, like a lot of us, he's getting sort of frustrated with YouTube. And I am surprised that I've had as much fortune as I have in regard to dealing with YouTube, but maybe it's because I sort of talk about things in a very indirect way, and I really haven't exposed as much symbolism as he has. Because, to be honest, I think this is probably one of the best exposure channels out here regarding media. He's looked into just about everything, at least once, sometimes 2, 3 times. This man, he even looked into the pink sauce stuff going on in TikTok. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty wild. But personally, this channel is quite excellent. The best of the best. Among the best of the best, to be honest. So anyhow, I recommend you go, take a look at him, see if you like him, subscribe to him, because there are not many channels on YouTube like this that are able to operate, because YouTube continues to delete them. There is another young lady I would like to talk about too one day. I would like to promote her channel. I know my channel is a small channel. I do not have a lot of weight or influence. I just have 87 subscribers. But of you and of the viewers who watch this, maybe this will, convince you to take a look at him. Anyhow, viewers, I would just simply like to say, may you be blessed and farewell.